Welcome back students to our maths class, chapter 18, three-dimensional shapes. Okay, so the name of the lesson, three-dimensional shapes. They are also called as 3D shapes. Now what is three-dimensional? You must have heard about three-dimensional, two-dimensional. Okay, so what we studied is the triangle and quadrilateral. They are two-dimensional figures, okay, which are also called as 2D figures. Two-dimensional means they have the width and height, okay, whereas three-dimensional, that is 3D. Three-dimensional means they have width, they have height, as well as they have depth. Okay, therefore three things are there: width, height and depth. The 3D figures, or they are also called as solids. Okay, so we will study about these three-dimensional shapes in this lesson. The first one what we are going to study is a rectangular prism. Okay, so before that I will show you some shapes and I will explain you the difference between a prism, and you all also have pyramids. So what is a pyramid and what is a prism? Now for example, if I show you these two shapes, okay, these are two wooden solid blocks. Okay, now in one, if you see this here, this shape, this is a 3D shape. Okay, we will learn about this shape later. But this 3D shape, you will see that it is pointed towards the top. Okay, whereas if you see this shape is same from all the bottom as well as the top. Okay, and this one is tapering or is pointed towards the top, whereas this you see is parallel. These are pyramids, okay, and these are prisms. So the difference between them is the pyramids are pointed towards the top, whereas in prism you will find that they are same all over. Okay, so the top is not pointed, or the bottom and the top is same, whereas in pyramids you will see that the base is broad and the top you can see is pointed. Okay, now the first thing what we are going to study is rectangular prism. Rectangular, so this itself tells us that there is some rectangular shape. Now if I show you this box, okay, this box is an example of a rectangular prism. Okay, because all the sides, you can see all the sides are rectangular in shape. Okay, so this is a rectangular prism. Now this compass box is also an example of a rectangular prism, because all the sides are rectangular in shape. Okay, now if you look at this box, this is a rectangular prism. Now we will see here three things we have to see: the edges, vertices and faces. Now what are edges? Edges means these lines you can see, this corner lines, these are the edges. Okay, these are called the edges. I am showing you here with the pencil pointer. These are the edges. Okay, these are all the objects which I showed you, which we use in our day-to-day life. So we use this rectangular prism shapes in our day-to-day life. Okay, now if you see these lines, okay, the corners, they are called as the edges. What are vertices? Vertices means these corners: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these corner points are vertices. Okay, and what are faces? Faces means the surface. Okay, the surfaces. Okay, now we will study if this is a rectangular prism. Okay, any box which has all the sides rectangular in shape is called a rectangular prism. So it can be any box, your compass box, it can be a book, okay, it can be a matchbox. So there are many examples in our day-to-day life which we use. Okay, now first thing what we are going to study is in this cuboid, it is also called as a cuboid. It's a rectangular prism. The other name for this is cuboid. Now in this cuboid, we will see how many edges are there. So those lines what I showed you, So first we will see the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we will see the bottom, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then we'll see the standing lines, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So all together this cuboid or rectangular prism has 12 edges. Okay, now we'll see the vertices. Vertices are the corner points. So if you see from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4 and the bottom 5, 6, 7, 8. So a rectangular prism has 12 edges. This 12 lines are there like this, and it has 8 vertices. Vertices means these corners, 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many phases? Phases means this surface. So top 1, bottom 2, and the standing 4 phases. Okay, 1, I'm showing with the help of a pencil, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and down 6. Okay, so 6 phases. So if you see on your page number 93, the rectangular prism, they have also shown the figure here. If it is difficult to count on this figure which is given in the textbook, you all can take any box which is a cuboid or a rectangular prism and you can count, okay, by yourself. So there are 12 edges. You need to learn this. That is, there are 12 edges, there are 8 vertices and there are 6 phases, okay, in a cuboid. Cuboid means a rectangular prism. Okay, after that we are going to learn cube. Now in cube also we use in our day-to-day life, and a very simple example is the dice, what we use in our games. Okay, this dice is an example of a cube. Okay, now this cube, if you see, all the sides are square in shape. The difference, only difference between a cuboid and a cube. Cuboid means all the faces are rectangular in shape, and a cube means all the faces are square in shape. Okay, so the only difference is the shape. In cube, all the faces are square in shape. So here, if you see, again if we count the edges, the vertex and the faces, the edges means these lines. Okay, so we count the top 4 lines, down 4 lines, 8, and standing 4 lines. So altogether 12 edges. Okay, then the vertices mean the corners. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and down 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 vertices. And phases, phases mean the surface. So top 1, down 2 and the side ones 4. So again 6 phases. So rectangular prism or the cuboid and cube, they have same number of edges, vertices and phases. Okay, so there is a question which is asked on page number 93. How many phases? They have 6 phases. How many edges? They have 12 edges. And how many vertices? They have 8 vertices, same as the cuboid. This is for cuboid. Cuboid means all the faces are rectangular shape, and this is a cube. So they have same number of edges, vertices and faces. And if you want, you can check if you have a dice or if you have anything which is square in shape, okay, like this, a solid which is square in shape, which is a cube. Okay. After this we study a triangular prism. Now I explained to you all what is a pyramid and what is a prism. So a prism will have same shape at the top and the bottom. Okay, so it is not pointed towards the top, you can see here. So in this case, and they have given here the net how to make this triangular prism. So this is a homework for you all. In 5th standard you all have studied about the net. So this net is given here. So cut the thick paper or a cardboard paper if you have, or a card paper if you have, cut in this shape. okay, and just stick it and you will get a triangular prism. And then you have to write how many edges, how many vertices and how many faces. So we have to first form this. So cut the paper in this net and join it. The dotted lines is shown where you have to join, and then you have to count the edges, vertices and faces. So this is for homework. After that is cylinder, which is a very simple example which we use in our day-to-day life. Okay, many places you will get to see this. A tin which is cylindrical in shape. Okay, the cylinder. Okay, so this is cylinder shape. Now if you see a cylinder, you will see that there is a flat surface at the top and there is a flat surface at the bottom. And there is a circular face here. Okay, so it has a flat surface and it has a curved surface. Okay, so here if you see in cylinder, we have circular face at the top. Okay, then we have a curved face, the body of the cylinder, and we have a curved edge. Now as I told you, in the cube and cuboid, the lines what we can see are called the edges. Here we cannot see any lines. It is completely a curved face. Okay, but it is having this line over here which is a curved line here. Or we can call it a circumference. Okay, so here we can see curve. So this is called a curved edge. Even if it is not having an edge, it is having a curved edge. Okay, so there are two curved edges to a cylinder. You can see here. Okay, then it has a circular face here which is a flat face, and it has a circular face here which is a flat circular face. Okay, and it has a curved face. So we cannot count actually how many faces. We can write one curved face and we have two circular faces. Okay, there is no vertex. Vertex means the corner points. There is no corner to a cylinder. You can see here, there is no corner. There is edges there here, circular edge, two circular edges are there. Okay, you can see here, this is a circular edge and this is also a circular edge. But there are no corners, so no vertices. So remember this. Again, cylinder, you can form the cylinder. Okay, they have given an activity where you just have to take a rectangular paper and just roll it to form a cylinder. Okay, and then you cut two circular pieces and you can stick top and bottom and you will get a tin shape, or you will get the cylindrical tin, or you will get a cylinder shape. And then again you can count and see how it is. After this we are going to study pyramids. As I showed you the pyramids, see here, these are pyramids. And how do you recognize? The pyramids are always pointed towards the top. The top or the apex is a pointed or a needle shape. You can see the apex or the top is a pointed or a needle, like here it is. Now here in the textbook they have given us a triangular pyramid and a quadrangular pyramid. Now what is a triangular pyramid and what is a quadrangular pyramid? If the pyramid, as I told you, at the top there is a, at the apex it's a pointed needle like. The base is not needle like. The base you can see here. Okay, now these two pyramids, in this first pyramid you will see the bottom or the base is a triangular shape. Okay, the base is a triangular shape. You can see here. I think it is more clear now. So the base is a triangular shape. When the base of a pyramid is triangular in shape, it is called a triangular pyramid. Okay, and when the base of a pyramid is a square shape, it is called a quadrangular pyramid. When there are four sides at the base of a pyramid, it is a quadrangular. When there are three sides at the base, it is a triangular. Even here we can count the edges and the faces. So if you are counting the edges means the lines, as I told you. So this is a triangular. So base there are three and side also there are three lines. 1, 2, 3. So all together 6 edges. Then we see the vertices, corners. down there are 3 corners and top 1. So 4 vertices. And phases, down there is 1 face and side 3. So altogether 4 phases for triangular pyramid. Now on page number 95, they have given the net so that you can form this pyramid at home. You take a thick paper and you just cut it like this and you fold wherever there is a dotted line. You have to fold and then you have to stick and form this triangular pyramid. To count how many edges and how many faces and how many vertices. Okay, I have shown you also here. Edges means these lines. So there are altogether 6 edges. Okay, then there are 4 vertices. Vertices are these corners. So these 3 corners are at the base and 1 corner at the top vertex. So 4 edges. And phases, there are 4 phases. 3 standing and 1 down, 4. Then we move to quadrangular pyramid. Quadrangular pyramid, it is having a 4 side at the base. You can see here. Okay. And now even this, if you want to find the edges, there are 4 edges standing and 4 edges at the base. So altogether 8 edges in a quadrangular pyramid. Again, the net of the quadrangular pyramid is given on page number 95 so that you can make it with the paper and you can find for yourself. Okay. So a quadrangular pyramid has 4 edges down, standing 4 edges. So 8 edges. Okay. I will just write down here. It has 8 edges. Then we see the vertex. Vertex down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and top 1, 5. So 5 vertex. Okay. And we want the phases. Standing 4 phases and down 1. Base is 1 phase and standing 4. So 5 phases. So this is about quadrangular. Same way we can write for triangular. Triangular, if you are writing vertex, we are writing the edge and we are writing the face. So vertex, I told you what is vertex, the corner. So top and down 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3 and top 1, 4. So vertex is 4. Edges, edges means these lines. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 3 at the top and 3 at the bottom. So 6. And phases, 3 phases which are standing phases. These are the 3 phases and down 1 phase, that is 4. Okay, now since you all don't have it with you all, maybe you all find it difficult to understand, but if you all follow this net and if you make this out of a card paper and if you join and if you form this triangular pyramid, it is easier for you all to understand because you all will count and then you will write. Okay. After this is the cone, a very simple example, an ice cream cone, an example of an ice cream cone. Okay, so it has a apex, it has a pointed towards the top apex, it has a curved face. You can see this is a curved face. Okay, usually we hold the cone like this. Okay, but I am showing you this. So it has a curved face, it has an apex and it has a circular flat surface. So there are 2 surfaces, one flat, circular flat and one curved. There is an edge, there is a circular edge. You can see this edge. It doesn't have a straight edge, it has a circular edge. Okay. And the last thing is a spear. A spear, ball is an example of a spear. Okay. So if you see spear, it doesn't have any edge. It doesn't have any vertex. Okay. No corner points. You can see it has not, it just has a surface and that surface is also a curved surface. So it has just one curved surface. Okay. So no edge and no vertex. Okay. Now in your textbook, in practice set 41, there is a chart where they have given the shapes of, these are the 3-dimensional shapes, a cylinder, a cone, a pentagonal pyramid, a hexagonal pyramid, prism, hexagonal prism and pentagonal prism. Okay, I have given you all the difference between pyramid and prism. You can see even here the pentagonal and hexagonal pyramid, they have apex. Okay, a point at the top, whereas in prism you will see that top to bottom it has same shape. Okay, now we have to find their phases, the vertices and the edges. So first we take this cylinder. I have shown you all the shapes, but still I'll just hold this so that it becomes clear for you all. We need how many faces it has, okay, how many vertices and how many edges. Okay, so a cylinder has one curved surface. Okay, it has one surface, that also it has one curved face. Okay, now vertices, there is no vertex, there is no corner point, so we'll write 0 here. Okay, and edges, we can see here there are two circular edges. Okay, so we'll write two edges, but we need to mention they are two circular edges. Clear? Now when we are writing phases, we have written one curved face, but it also has two circular face. If you see the cylinder, it has one curved face, but it has two top and bottom. There are two circular flat faces, even that we can mention. Two circular flat faces. So a cylinder has one curved face and two, that is top and bottom, which are circular in shape and flat. There is no vertex, there is no corner point, and edges, there are two circular edges. Now we move on to the cone. Okay, a cone, if you see, it has one curved and one flat. I had shown you shape of a ice cream cone. It has one curved and one which is circular and flat. Okay, so we need to mention it differently, that is one curved face we have and one which is a flat face. Okay, so you can write one curved circular flat. So a cone has one curved and one circular flat face. Vertex, at the top there is only one vertex, and edge, there is only one circular edge. So we'll write one edge, but it is circular. Okay. Now the third one, pentagonal pyramid. So now pentagonal pyramid means there are 5 sides at the bottom. These 5 sides which are at the bottom will also, you can see here, slanting lines at the top and they meet at a point. Okay, so we count the face. Standing 5 phases and down bottom 1 flat face. So altogether 6 phases. Again, there are 6 sides at the bottom. Okay, so from these 6 sides there will be 6 phases which will raise up and they will join here. Okay, so since there are 5 phases at the 5 lines at the bottom, these 5 lines will raise up as 5 phases. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lines, so standing 5 phases, and the flat face which is down at the bottom, 6th one. Okay, so 6 phases together. You have to imagine that this is a pentagonal pyramid and we have to count, or you have to, either you can take a hard paper and you can form this pentagonal pyramid and then you can count. Okay, but if you get in the exam, you should know how to visualize. Since there are 5 lines at the bottom, there are 5 phases at the top. Okay, and the bottom flat face, 6 phases. Vertices mean corners. Now there are 5 corners at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and at the top 1, so 6. Edges means the lines. So there are 5 lines at the top, standing lines or slanting lines, and 5 lines at the bottom. So together there are 5 plus 5, 10 edges. Same with hexagonal pyramid. Hexagonal pyramid means down the shape is of an hexagon, 6 sides. So if there are 6 lines down, okay, there will be 6 faces which will be raised up, okay, and they will come and meet at a point. So 6 faces at the top and flat bottom one face is together 7. Okay, so visualize that there are 6 lines down. With the help of those 6 lines, there are 6 faces which are raised up. Okay, so those 6 faces and flat down one, that is 6 plus 1, 7. Vertices, corners. If there are 6 corners down, 6 plus 1 corner at the top, 7. How many edges? Edges means the lines. So slanting lines or standing lines are 6 and sleeping line, this base, bottom lines, 6. 6 plus 6, 12 edges. Now hexagonal prism. I have this hexagonal prism, so it is easier for us to count now. So this hexagonal prism, if you see, we have to find the phases. So since it is a shape of a hexagon, okay, there will be 6 phases here. See here, 6 lines. So 6 lines will make 6 phases at the side. The top one face and bottom one face. So all together 6 plus 1 7 plus 1 8. Again we'll count. Since hexagon is 6 sides, because of these 6 sides there will be 6 phases or standing phases like this, 6 phases. Top is the 7th one and bottom is the 8th one. So all together 8 phases. How many vertices? Vertices means the corners. So 6 corners at the top and 6 corners at the bottom. Okay, this is the bottom, 6 corners, and this is the top, 6 corners. 6 plus 6, 12. And when we talk about edges, edges means these lines. Okay, so now 6 lines are at the top. Similar way we have 6 lines at the bottom. And these standing lines, can you see here? Standing edges. These are also 6 edges. Okay, so 6 plus 6, 12, and this standing 6, 18 altogether. Even this you can take a paper and you can form this hexagonal prism and then you can count, or we have to visualize. Here in this figure you can see these are top 6 lines. Okay, then bottom also there will be 6 lines, and this standing also there will be 6 lines. So altogether 18 lines. Okay, then pentagon. Pentagon also we have a solid here, pentagonal prism. Pentagon means 5. Okay, so if we count the phases, because of these 5 lines there will be 5 standing phases. The top is the 6th one and bottom is the 7th one. So altogether there are 7 phases. 5 are standing phases, top is the 6th one and bottom is the 7th one. Vertices. Vertices mean the corners. So if you see, there are 5 vertices up and 5 vertices down. So 5 plus 5, 10. And when we call about edges, edges means these lines. These are 5 lines at the top. So 5 lines at the bottom also we'll have. And standing also 5 lines. So 5 plus 5, 10. And this standing 5 lines, 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 15. So in this way you have to complete. This is practice set 41 in your textbook and page number 97 of the textbook. Page number 97, practice set 41 from your textbook. You have to complete in the textbook itself. Okay, there is place to write, so you will complete in your textbook. Only in the cylinder and cone we have to mention curved surface and circular flat surface. Okay, and edges also we have to mention that they are circular edges. With this we finish with this lesson. So complete this practice set in your textbook and also learn the different other solids, three-dimensional shapes what we have studied, study them, study their vertices, edges and faces. Thank you and have a nice day.